Hey there, I've been talking Scream Factory recently, and we're going to talk Scream Factory a little bit more because they just made an announcement that really excited me. And I figured we'd talk about some of the new Scream Factory movies that are going to be coming out in the next few months, and the one that was announced just now. And the one that was announced is a cheesy 80s classic favorite of mine called The Final Terror, starring Adrian Zmed and Daryl Hannah. And if you're not familiar with the film, I suggest you Google it because you're going to definitely want to pick it up. It's one of those that I gotta say I strongly recommend. Is it cheesy? Yes, it's cheesy in all the right ways and all the ways that you want it to be cheesy. And I want to see. I'm trying to get a listing here. I want to see the entire cast for The Final Terror. I remember loving this movie when I was younger. Are we talking about Fellini or something like that? But no, we're talking about just a fun film. You know, otherwise known as Campsite Massacre, Bump in the Night, The Forest, Primeval. And who do we have in this one? We have Rachel Ward. Yeah, that's right. She was the lead in that one. Of course, she was in the in Night School as well. Daryl Hannah, Adrian Zmed, some great stuff. This is a kind of a slasher slash creature slash, is it Alien? It's been a while since I've seen it. But so stoked to see this movie coming to Blu-ray. I have not seen this movie since the days of VHS, and it is one that I really want to check out. Now let's look at some of the releases coming out there that I can actually recommend. Fingers crossed, we have Night of the Demons put away, so hopefully tomorrow night I will be watching that 72-minute documentary that's on Night of the Demons that I'm really looking forward to, along with Amelia Kincaid's interview. I've heard really good stuff about the Night of the Demons set. Night of the Demons Witchboard. Witchboard came in early. I was actually talking to the guy today. He actually got in trouble for selling that to me, but it was an accident, you know, and it happens. So out of the stuff that's coming out soon, if you've got Bad Dreams of Visiting Hours already on DVD during the Shout Factory release, unless you're like an uber gotta have it on Blu-ray, it shouldn't probably be your first one to go for. Especially if there's no new features on it. Summer Party Massacre, I heard, it's only the first. It's not all three of them, and on Blu-ray. So if you don't have the Summer Party Massacre trilogy set, then yeah, go out and buy the Blu-ray. But if you, I'd highly recommend getting the trilogy set. There's some great features on it. It has all three movies, and after all, let's face it, as fun cult classic as the first Summer Party Massacre is, it's the second movie that gets the brunt of the attention, and rightfully so. It's cheesier, much better film in a different way. So, for the Summer Party Massacre films, always remember that number 2 is actually the one that has the most rewatchability factor. Maybe if enough people buy the first one, they'll put the other one out on. But let's be honest, Scream Factory, they really should have did the three of them on Blu-ray together as a set. I would have paid a little bit extra money if they would have put a little bit more stuff on it. It is rumored that there may be an extra interview on the Summer Party Massacre one. I'm not sure if that's enough to make me rebuy it. Summer Party Massacre is something I've owned in every format that it has been in, and I actually paid back in the day about $50 for one of them with the Massacre Collection logo on it, and ended up losing it along the way. But I got the cool Shout Factory collection, so thumbs up. Darkman. It's Sam Raimi. It is honestly the precursor to every. If you want to see the real precursor to all the superhero movies that will come back that will come after it, it's actually Darkman. It's not Spider-Man. It's not The Dark Knight. It's not Batman Begins. It's Darkman. Darkman started this whole trend. The visual look, the kind of superheroic thing, the kind of a different take on it, and Darkman started that. Beautiful film. If anything's going to look beautiful on Blu-ray, if they got a decent transfer of this one here, Darkman is a beautiful movie on Blu-ray. It comes out on February the 18th, and a little note: Darkman actually is how I got into art school. I was doing journalism, and I used to sketch when I was writing, or sometimes when I was just like doing up the editing pieces for that week's radio show. So I remember I was editing, like, the segments for the radio show for that week. And at the time I was sketching Darkman. So I had sketched and I kind of put it on my... I wasn't completely satisfied with it. I wanted to, I kind of put it up on my bulletin board. And I was going to get ready to do another sketch. And my roommate that I had for a very short period of time was in visual arts, and wasn't the greatest, actually, to be honest with you. But the teacher had come in to kind of give him a pep talk to get him back into class because he wasn't showing up. And I got talking to the teacher because I pretty much talked to anyone. That's the way I was in college. And he noticed the different little sketches that I had done and put up on bulletin board, kind of just for fun. And the one that he noticed most was my sketch of Darkman. And that got him to try and recruit me over to the visual arts program away from journalism. I stayed in journalism that semester, but the next semester I was in visual arts because, visual arts has such a promising career. Next up, there's a couple of the new ones that I don't really think belong in the Scream Factory catalog, and that's Beneath and Dead Shadows, and you can pass on these. They're basically chiller TV stuff that they get for, I think, really cheap, and not really worth it in my opinion. Final Exam is a cool slasher film. If you're not a slasher film, it's not going to make you a fan of slasher films. If you're already a slasher film, you're a diehard slasher film, you like the subgenre, Final Exam is a neat little film. It's not for everybody, but I did like it, so I do recommend that film. Evil Speak, to be honest with you, I don't remember a lot about Evil Speak, so I'm actually going to open this one up and then I'm going to pretend that I know all about Evil Speak to you, just to watch a second. Ah, yes, Evil Speak, that film. What a classic. No, actually I don't remember very well. I know it's a Clint Howard film because I'm looking at a wiki. And did Shout Factory put this out before as a double feature at one point? I thought they did, actually. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. You guys can let me know. But either way, yeah, Clint Howard's in it. Worth picking up. Love Clint Howard. Nosferatu the Vampire. I don't think anybody that's watching this video is not going to be getting that film. It's Kinski. It's Herzog. It's beautiful. And it's a classic. It's a modern day classic. You want a classic, TJ? That's a classic. Sleepaway Camp. You better. It's Sleepaway Camp. It has the coolest, cheesiest ending of all time. This is not Return to Sleepaway Camp. That was horrible. This is Sleepaway Camp. And I found Sleepaway Camp very fun. And I know it's a favorite of my better half over there. She's such a huge fan of Sleepaway Camp. Actually, I remember I spoke with the actress that played Angela a few times through Facebook and a couple other places. And I said if I ever wrote something in the future, I would write a part for her because I was a big fan. Felissa Rose, I think. So, Felissa, that still goes. If I ever write anything, I would definitely write you a part in there. If I ever go back to writing again. Dog Soldiers, it's a must. One of my favorite werewolf movies of all time. That is definitely a must. Ravenous, not something I might pick up down the road when it's cheap, but Ravenous is not a film that's going to be something that I gotta grab. Although it came out in 1999, and there are movies I'm going to pick up that came out later than that, it's almost too new of a Scream Factory one for me, and the whole cannibal thing really doesn't do it for me. Even though Ravenous isn't a bad film, it's not one that I've got to own unless they put out some huge special feature that I'm really going to want. Ginger Snaps, I have the trilogy of Ginger Snaps, and there's no way in hell I'm not going to get Ginger Snaps. It's a great film. I was completely in love with Ginger when I watched this movie, and even more so when I saw her in Smallville, and then when I saw her in Freddy vs. Jason, and then when I saw her in American Mary. Yeah, I like that actress. Yeah, kind of. Next up is Deadly Eyes. And what is Deadly Eyes? It is a cheesy rat movie. It is a rat film. Oh, God, who wrote the book? It's based on a book called Rats that I think is written by. Oh, I'm not going to Google this one. I think it's Frank Herbert, the guy who wrote Dune, actually. I might be wrong. But I do know that it's a rat film done in the 80s, done in, I think, in Ontario. And it's a very dark film that I'm gotta have. It's, there's Dachshunds. The dogs are dressed up to look like rats, to look like giant rats in the film. Don't let that don't let that make you not get the film. Seriously, let that be a reason that you get this film. Incredible stuff. Hellhole was recently announced. I'm very excited with that. Love Edie Williams. Judy Landers, of course, is in this one here. The late Ray Sharkey, great actor. Unfortunately, got stuck in a lot of B-movie roles, but he was one of those fantastic actors that never got out of that thing. You know, he did movies like The Automaker that were fantastic, and he just should have made it. Unfortunately, passed away. Next up is Lake Placid, and although that one is also done in 1999, that is one that I well own. I did see Lake Placid in the theater, and I really enjoyed it. I actually own the sequel to Lake Placid, never watched it. Gotta watch one these days. This is one that I can actually watch with my better half because it's a monster movie, and she doesn't mind monster movies. Phantom of the Paradise. Gotta have it. I love Phantom of the Paradise. My son Matthew that's his favorite, one of his favorite movies of all time, one of his favorite musicals of all time is Phantom of the Paradise. You have to like Phantom of the Paradise. It is a great film. Nightbreed, The Cabal Cut, goes without saying. Nightbreed's a great film. Looks at the word monster and what it really means in today's society. I think Cronenberg. Yeah, Cronenberg does a great job in this film. Craig Schaefer, of course, he's the anchor. He stars in this film. Great creature design in this one here. I would love to see them put it. Although this is totally off topic from this one. For some reason, when I saw Nightbreed, I'm like, I love to see them get stuff like Rawhead Rex. I'm sure if T.J. Pyramid's mentioned this one before. I love to see Scream Factory get Rawhead Rex. And that being said, too, I'd like to see Razorback come out, which I don't know if any of you guys know this film. It's a Australian film. I'm pretty sure it's Australian, and with like a Razorback. Yeah, it's pretty. Just really liked it. But and of course now they announced The Final Terror, and so many great Scream Factory movies coming out, and I'm sure there's going to be more announced before this is all out. And as you can see, Scream Factory has been a big thing. If I could only collect one DVD company at this point, I would collect Scream Factory. I would buy across the board, just collect their stuff. I was just collect. If I was like forced to only collect one, Scream Factory would be the one I would collect, and second up would be Criterion. Both are great. Both have, I think, although they do very different types of films, both put the exact same, I consider the same amount of quality in their releases. Like everything with Criterion, with Scream Factory, there's always going to be hit and miss with some. Controversy over Cat People not having the features that the DVD had, and some people bitching about the print, which I think is going to be okay. I haven't seen it myself yet, but I know Cat People is one I'm definitely going to be picking up down the road. But I will not be getting rid of my Cat People DVD because there are features on that are not available that I do want, and but I do want to upgrade it. And Cat People looks beautiful. But for me right now, Night of the Demons to go with my Witchboard. It's a must. That's my thought on Scream Factory right now. My hair's all messy, huh? I hate that. It gets all zinged out on the side. I was just lying down and relaxing, and I got up and I said I'll make a video, and I didn't realize that I was going to have hair that was, I don't know, similar to like if it got stuffed into like a scarecrow. Yeah, this is the thing of having flyaway hair. At least it's not Tintin today, but actually, come think of it, I think I prefer Tintin. Thanks for watching, and for me right now, it is time for tea.